Hello Easy Enough English members, and welcome to this week's TOEFL test preparation video. Sorry it took me a little longer to walk into the shot that time. Alright, so this week we're still dealing with this book, the ETS Official Guide to the New TOEFL IBT, and we're still dealing with the passage about desertification. Now typically there will be about 8 to 10 questions on a passage, well in this book here, right? This is the same passage on desertification, and now we're on the one that we're doing today is the 7th question. Okay, so this is why this book is really good, because it goes in depth and it asks you several different kinds of questions for one passage to check your comprehension, or which means did you understand what happened, and your retention, do you remember what happened? Okay. So, without further ado, let's read the question. The phrase devoid of in the passage is closest in meaning to A, consisting of, B, hidden by, C, except for, or D, lacking in. And now this is the same paragraph that we did our video last week, okay? And I believe the video last week is about, how was the word progressively used in the same paragraph. So I'm going to go ahead and read that paragraph again. 4 specific activities have been identified as major contributors to the desertification processes: overcultivation, overgrazing, firewood gathering, and over-irrigation. The cultivation of crops has expanded into progressively drier regions as population densities have grown. These regions are especially likely to have periods of severe dryness, so that crop failures are common. Since the raising of most crops necessitates the prior removal of the natural vegetation, crop failures leave extensive tracts of land devoid of plant cover and susceptible to wind and water erosion. Okay, so let's read the last sentence one more time. Since the raising of most crops necessitates the prior removal of the natural vegetation, which means if you want to plant crops or vegetables that you eat in a place, you need to first remove the plants that are already growing there to plant the ones that you want. Okay. Now, because the increase in population, the expanding of the population in these dry areas, okay, overcultivation is taking place, which means they need to move into drier areas to make more food to meet the demand for hungry people in that very large population. The more, in a nutshell, to put it very simply, the more people you have, the more food you have. And once you have more people, you need to find more land to plant your crops on. Okay. Now, because these areas are dry, those crops don't always grow. A lot of times they die. Okay, that's what that's saying. Crop failures, or when the crops die, leave extensive tracts, okay, which means it leaves a very obvious, how can I say this, trail behind. And to put it simply, you can see that once you plant a crop in an area and it doesn't grow, you will be able to see that somebody has cultivated or tried to plant that crop in that land very easily. You can tell, and nothing else will grow there. Okay, so that's what extensive tracts are. Leave extensive tracts of land devoid of a plant cover. Plant cover just means the natural plants that grow there. So if there are no plants there, wind and water will erode the surface. Okay, and susceptible to wind and water erosion. Okay, so what does devoid of mean? Devoid of a plant cover. Okay, let's look at our choices. We have consisting of. Now, consisting of just means made up of. I could say a cup of latte consists of milk, water, and coffee beans. Okay, that's how you make. That's all the ingredients that are needed to make a latte. Okay, so it consists of those 3 things, or it's made up of those 3 things. The second one, hidden by, is just very easy. If I put this eraser here, well, I can just put it where I was standing, okay? and it's right here. But if I move in front of it, it's hidden by my body. You can't see it because it's hidden by my body, or it's behind my body. It's out of your line of sight. Okay. To be hidden by something means to cover it up so that no one can see it. And the thing that is being hidden goes before the verb. The thing that's by is the thing that is in front of it. So the eraser is hidden by my body. Except for. Now I've drawn a picture of 4 boys. Jack, Joe, John, and Jim. I could say all of the boys are wearing red hats except for who? Jim. He does not have a hat. That's how you use except for, to show exceptions. And the last one means lacking in or without. Okay, this one is pretty simple. We said that once the crops fail, they leave extensive tracks, which means you will be able to tell that somebody has tried to plant something there and have failed. Okay, which leaves the land devoid of a plant cover. So if you've already taken out the plants that were growing there before, put in your crops, and those die too, then you have no plants in that area that you planted the crops in. So you don't have anything. So which one of these is closest in meaning to not having anything? Okay, that would very easily be lacking in, because if you don't have anything, you are without it. You don't have it. Without just means you don't have. Okay, so this one was pretty easy, but remember what I did was I looked at all of my choices and saw that none of them were closest in meaning to this word devoid of. They didn't fit in the passage. Another technique you can use to see which one is more appropriate is to plug these into the sentence that this word is being used in. Okay, and in this case, none of them would make sense except for, I used C. D. Okay, none of these are good except for D, lacking in, which means without. Okay guys, that's the video. I hope you liked the video. If you have any comments or questions, you know where to reach me. You can leave a comment in the comment section of this video post. And also, remember, you can reach me through Facebook Messenger. I hope to hear from you guys soon. Thanks and bye-bye.